Hey, what's going on out there? A lot of Falcon fans. Let's keep these draft profiles rolling, man. And draft is getting closer and closer. A little bit over 1 month away, about 6 weeks, 67 weeks left before the draft gets here, and it'll be here before you know it. But let's keep these profiles going, man. And I'm going to go to a position that I've talked about on my mock draft videos doing the solo and the one with A1 Forever. Safety is still a position of need for the Atlanta Falcons, and y'all can debate that amongst yourselves. But at 15, it could be a real possibility because you look at the safeties on the books. Jesse Bates, former All-Pro starter, he's going to be key to the back of the secondary. You look at Micah Abernathy, who played sparingly but mostly a practice squad player. Then you look at DeMarco Hellens, who's coming off an injury. You got to see the wait to see how he's going to come back and how he's going to revert back to the game. He's a solid safety. He needs to work on his cover skills, but as far as run defense, I think DeMarco Hellens is one of the best on the Falcons team when it comes to run defense. But a guy to South Carolina who I've talked about extensively this offseason, Nick Emmanwori from South Carolina. I feel like this dude, man, when you talk about freakish athletes, you got to put him in that conversation. And the game that really turned me on to him before I started going back to watching films was the LSU game. In that game, man, he did some of everything. You talk about run defense, interception, great coverage, great eye for the football. And if you look at what he brings to the table, uh, we look at freakish ability. He's a freakish athlete. He runs a 4.38, and that's pretty fast for a safety. Here you got cornerbacks that don't run that, and you got cornerbacks in this draft that don't run that. So he's a freakish athlete, a tackling machine, and a solid run defender. And this is what you need. Now, sometimes he do takes himself out of plays by over pursuing, but hell, any player can do that. With the right coaching, he can fix that. But he's one of those versatile guys that you would love to have on the team, whether it's at safety, nickel corner. Hell, he can play it outside if you wanted him to. He can cover any tight end in this league. And we talk about guys like Kyle Pitts, who's 6'6", 4'3", 40, with an 83-inch wingspan. Nick Emmanwori is one of those guys you would want to put on a Kyle Pitts because of what he brings. And I talked about being good against the run. He had 88 tackles last year playing man, zone, slot. He can do all that. He can cover all that. 4 interceptions, 2 pass breakups, and 2 pick sixes last year. So he knows his way around the field, and that high IQ is something that you love to see as a coach. Being able to process what's going on the field, but what is going to what's going to separate him from the rest of the safety? I feel like he has exceptional ball skills. Now Malachi starts out of Georgia. He's in that same conversation. But Nick Emmanwori, with his freakish size at 6'3", 220, kind of separates him from Malachi starts in that aspect. But if you want my comp for him, man, I think a guy that I talked about on the channel that ended up signing a free agent deal was Jeremy Chin, formerly of the Commanders and the Panthers. I think Emma fits that mold as a safety that you need to play in the box, a safety that you need to cover at the same time that knows his way around the field, and a guy that, as we talk about speed, guys that can help cornerbacks over the top. And I think Emma fits that mold. Now, if you want to go old school, mixed with a little new school, I can see a bit of Derwin James in him with the athletic and freakish ability. Then I can see the Sean Taylor in him that'll knock somebody out cold once they hit the field. So Nick Emmanwori, I just think he would be the perfect pick for the Falcons at 15, especially since they've signed Leonard Floyd. They go out to Trey Hendrickson. You get a safety to go back there with Jesse Bates. I think you're cooking with fish grease. And then not only that, if they find a way to get a edge rush in the second round, that still adds on to what they have. Also with Braden Trice, Arnold Ebiketie, and Zach Harrison. So I think Nick Emmanwori could be that dude, man. And this would be my sleeper pick for number 15 if y'all wanted one. But those are my quick thoughts on Nick Emmanwori from South Carolina. NFL draft profile, man. Tell me what y'all think. Drop those comments. Let's debate. Let's have fun as always, man. Y'all know how we do it on the sports machine. It's your boy Antoine Smith. It's Mill signing off. I will holler at y'all later, man. Peace.